just stand by, folks. We are experiencing a little bit of technical difficulties here, but we should be getting right to the racing action in just a few moments here. Alrighty, folks, welcome to ASRC here live from Circuit of the Americas. We are currently experiencing some technical difficulties, and we have missed the start of the race due to some issues with iRacing crashing and whatnot, but we are soon to get back into the action in just a few moments here as we are setting up our cameras and right in for action. Again, ASRC live from Circuit of the Americas. We got a 1 hour race. Again, it has already started. We have missed the start again due to some technical difficulties I'm having with iRacing. But a couple changes from the last race that we broadcasted round 7. Round 7, yes. So again, there was this change, and we have no longer have the HPD class. It is now just the Daytona Prototype and GT3. We should be seeing some new GT3 cars out there. Again, the McLaren has been added to the lineup, as well as the Mercedes. So we should have some more interesting competition in that GT3 field. But we are just getting everything warmed up here, and we should be with you in just a few moments here. Again, guys, thank you for so much for sticking with us and choosing Sim Racing Streams to spend your Monday night here and watch ASRC battle it out here in Austin, Texas. My name is Kyle Streichars. I will be the commentator tonight for this 1 hour event here. We're just getting everything set up. Should again take a few moments. Again, apologies for the issues. iRacing just decided to crash on me right before I went live. Must have been something with OBS or whatnot, but we are going live in just a few moments here. As soon as I get loaded into the sim, we will go and kind of follow everyone's at. Now, like I said before, we had the change and rules, so that should be a little bit different. We don't have to worry about the HPD cars coming up so fast on the GT3 cars. So again, more like a real life IMSA series again with the Daytona Prototype, which is non-existent anymore. But we do have the GTD category, which is essentially just FIA GT3 standards. So again, we are basically running a pretty realistic IMSA series here. Now we're just booting in here. Again, I was going to try to set up live timing and put it on the website, but unfortunately, with the issues I had, was able to set up in time. But we are just loading in right now, and it should be a few more moments until we are in. It's taking an extremely long time. I don't know if there's a bug or something with the 2017 Season 2 patch. That could be one of the issues with the update. I was having major issues updating. It was taking ages. I had to restart my computer multiple times. So again, we're just having some technical difficulties here, some minor technical difficulties. Again, probably just a little bit with the deployment of the new iRacing update, which featured the wingless sprint car, and dirts being a really big thing within iRacing. So if you haven't checked it out, you might as well want to just go over to Max Speed TV, that channel, and you can check out the Dirt Slinger series, and that is great dirt track racing we got there. Still loading in here. Should just take a few more minutes, and we should be good to go. Now, looking ahead, we got multiple races at new venues besides in North America. I believe next round we are going to Montreal circuit, Gilles Villeneuve up in Canada, and that will be the host of round number 10 as the season is flying by again. The season goes all the way to December, so a very long and grueling season. Again, we had some minor rule changes and whatnot with the classes and whatnot due to participation in the HPD. But again, we got a very, very good schedule coming up. Excuse me, Mid-Ohio is in 2 weeks here. 2 weeks time. May 8th, Montreal, Daytona, Watkins Glen is the look here for the next 4 weeks. Again, all these races are live on Sim Racing Streams, as we are almost getting into the session here. Still having issues, still trying to load it into the sim. But we should get to racing in just a few moments here. And again, the last round will be hosted at Road Atlanta, round 24 of 24 on the 18th of December. So this is a long, grueling season. Again, apologies on the technical issues we are having here. iRacing is just not liking me tonight. but we should be able to boot it in just a few minutes here, folks. And we should be about 10 or so minutes into the race here at the moment. Again, I really have nothing to reference off of who's running where. But again, I know we have a Daytona prototype and a GT3 class racing on Circuit of the Americas. Circuit of the Americas, not a big favorite of mine. I hate it. It's really, really tight. I'm just not a big fan of it. Way too many big braking zone. It's a very difficult track, very flat. I feel like if it had more elevation, it'd be fun. But again, I I dislike this track with a passion. Uh, ran an ERC for the 6 hour event there. Did not enjoy that. Also ran it in the Sox Out Racing AMSTC or AMSC, excuse me, which is super late models. And oh my god, this is just a brutal circuit. It's very difficult and very taxing on the drivers. Again, this is a massive circuit. Over 4 miles we're looking at here. This track hosts the Lone Star Le Mans as well as the Formula One American Grand Prix. And this has been the longest time it's ever taken me to load into a circuit here at iRacing. Again, some major issues with the deployment of the most recent update, as we are just trying to get booted in so I can actually call a race tonight. Again, I look, we have 13 entrants in tonight's race, so but I couldn't look at the GT3 GP split because again I was in a rush trying to get back into the session. Again, just major issues. I gotta get these ironed out here, but we'll wait 2 minutes here. If I'm not in the sim, we're gonna have to close out and try and relog again. Again, we are just having major technical difficulties tonight. Yeah, normally it takes about a minute to boot into the sim here, but it is taken about 10. So again, I have no idea what's going on with my sim. All right, I'm gonna try and relog into the sim here. Doesn't do anything. Oh, and looks like we're booted in. Sounds. All right, folks, we are in here, and we are 6 laps or 14 minutes into the race, but we are in good shape here as the race is getting going here. Again, we are live from Circuit of the Americas. Again, this is the ARC American Sports Car Series. And looking at Michael Blake as he pilots his DP around the circuit here, currently running in third. And let me just pull up my overlays here, and we should be good to go. The number 18 ASRC livery around here. We are up here. Again, apologize for the issues. Massive issues tonight. Getting into the race 14 minutes late. Just some really, I think it was the update to plan. I was in the sim for a few minutes, and I started clicking around. I clicked off, and then it kicked me out. So I had to restart the service, restart my computer, and now again we're 14 minutes to tonight's race. Oh, and I've lost my entire display here. Oh my goodness, I cannot catch a break tonight. Yeah, I just lost everything on my secondary monitor here. I can still see the sim just fine. I can still click around, but ugh, massive issues tonight. All right, we are finally getting everything booted up here. Now again, we are not seeing any we are not seeing any of those we do have a few GT3s. The number 6 car of John Kelly. He is currently in the lead here. Almost 20 minutes in, and the number 6 Martini Mercedes AMG GT3. And you can hear how loud these Mercedes are. Alright, so let's get everything booted up here, and we should be going. So Stefan Schalscher, 32, I probably butchered that name, but he is currently in the lead in the Daytona prototype category, and the number 32 new face here at ASRC. Got a little bit of damage on that left front, but hopefully shouldn't slow him down. Again, it looks like we only got 2 GT3s remaining. John Kelly, Jason Brassfield. These are the 2 GT3s we have running in here. Again, Overlays are not showing the proper values right now. That is due to I didn't think about updating my overlays because of the issues here we're having. So that's that right there. But big DP class here. We got 9 drivers. 9 out of the 12 drivers who started. Jordan T. Vlansky has retired already. We must have missed an incident in the beginning of the race. But 9 Daytona prototypes making the start tonight. So a lot of power in this Daytona prototype field for sure. Michael Foley, new face we got here in the number 73. Currently sitting in 7th overall in the number 73. Philip Bro in the 173, familiar face here, currently running 8th. Not where he wants to be, but there's 44 minutes left of tonight's race, and he can definitely make that up soon. Tim Phillips in the Miller Light car, currently sitting in 9th position right now, last place in the Daytona prototype category with just 43 minutes to go here in tonight's race. Big back up front, Stefan Shaler, currently riding it out as a lot of damage to that car, but it looks like it's not slowing him down at all. Carolyn Andrew is in second, and the number 3 Martini Machine, no damage done to that car whatsoever, so he might be able to reel him in. I'm looking at the lap times here, and the 32 has a little bit more pace, but that can change rapidly. Michael Blake in 3rd, again, first one we've seen tonight out on the circuit here. Number 18 ASRC sponsored machine here, as he is just cruising along up to the track, getting a little bit loose up the hill. Now, I'm no expert on this track at all, but let's take a peek at our weather for today. So at Circuit of the Americas, 73 degrees out, 99 degrees Fahrenheit track temp, 40% humidity, and it is partly cloudy here in Austin, Texas. Take a look at some track info here. Again, Circuit of the Americas, Austin, USA. Track length 3.3 miles. Track temp 99.07. Altitude is 559 feet and 16 turns on this massive circuit. Falling back, Michael Simpson trying to reel in Michael Blake a little bit. This is the biggest battle going on right now that I can see, with a very small gap of just only 2.2 seconds. Philip Bro also trying to reel in Tim Phillips up there. And we could see a move done here in a little bit. But Philip Bro's got a lot of damage to that left rear side of his vehicle. Blacking up the brakes a little bit. Philip Bro piloted himself around the track. Take a peek on John Kelly as he is just chilling and leading this GT3 field and Jason Brass field. He is currently an 11th overall. Last car on the lead lap, hitting 11th. And 23 seconds behind the GT3 leader. Stefan Shelf, I'm butchering that last name. Well, 32, he is currently leading this race with a 0.1 second lead over Curlin Andrew. And Curlin's fast guy. He should eventually catch up to him. Because the DP is going to have some lap traffic in just a few moments here. Let's ride along with Jason Brasfield as he will be being overtaken by these faster prototype cars. And just let them by. Let me just mute my voice chat here. Sorry about that, but you can see how quickly the closing gap is on the Daytona prototype and the GT3 cars. But Krill and Andrew making up a lot of ground very quickly. Definitely a force to reckon with tonight as the laps tick on with just 39 minutes remaining in tonight's race. Michael Blake and Michael Simpson battling it out a little bit. Very close gap between the two of them. Michael Blake, good driver, always up towards the front every week, week in and week out. Carl and Andrew making up some pretty good ground on Stefan Schaffler. As he narrows the gap down to 3.2 seconds for a few moments there. But Stefan answers back with about 5/10 gain. Tim Phillips checking him, currently running in the 9th position. Get back up front here. Watch this battle shape up because the gap is starting to shorten up just a little bit here between the top two in the Daytona prototype category at the moment. A little bit of a push wide. That's going to cost him a little bit. And Stefan just keeps pulling away that gap about on the second half of the circuit here and breaks it up by a little bit. But he is running 0.6 a lap slower consistently than Curlin Andrews. So this could definitely be a battle shaping up in just a few minutes here as we are almost at halfway through tonight's race. Pull back just a little bit here is pretty big battle shaping up right now for 8th place in the DP. Philip Bro and Tim Phillips battling it out here side by side. Looks like Tim Phillips, well, no, Philip Bro still has that position as they're coming in here. Oh, Philip Bro, ooh, something happened to him. A little bit of issue in the braking zone. That's going to open up the door for Tim Phillips. Take a peek at the replay, see what happened there. Looks like he got a little bit of, might have locked the brakes or something. Oh, yeah, looks like he just gets a little bit shaky coming through there. That's going to cost him big time, but luckily this track is pretty well surrounded by asphalt, so no mowing the grass, as they say here for him, but he's going to give up that position to Tim Phillips. A 3-second gap between the two. Pretty big battle, though, shaping up between them. Big mistake by Philip Bro as we are coming into the halfway point of tonight's race. Pretty cool angle we got here coming through the S's to see how big the gap is between Scheffler and Andrew as coming down with 29 minutes remaining in tonight's race. And a little bit of a slip up by the 32 car. That's going to open up the door for Curlin Andrew. A little bit loose to that turn. He is feeling the pressure as pit stops will begin to cycle through fairly soon. But Philip Rowe has lost, or excuse me, like Philip Rowe is now behind the GT3, and he is pitting. A really interesting strategy by him. Jason Brassfield is also hit pit lane as well. John Kelly is still out. Looks like Simpson and Pat McCorder have, Michael Foley and Michael Simpson. We got 3 Michaels in tonight's race, actually. Like all these 3 guys, they have pitted already, got their mandatory pit stop out of the way, and be back on the road here. But still got 6 Daytona prototypes who have not yet hit pit lane. That is Stefan Schaeffler in the 32, Curlin Andrew in the 3, Michael Blake in the 18, Kyle Young in the 93, Pat McCorder in the 84. Top 5 still haven't pitted yet. In 8th place, Tim Phillips is not pitted. And those are your DPs who have not hit pit road. Also, GT3 leader John Kelly has not hit pit road either. And but we should be seeing these guys come down to pit lane in just a few minutes here, a few laps, as they are running low on fuel for sure. Looks like Michael Blake has taken his pit stop as well. So that leaves 5 Daytona prototypes to hit pit lane still. And the real question here, will Curlin Andrew try to make a little bit of a move here, stay out another lap, or pit on the same lap as Stefan and potentially get around him to take this lead over and change the outcome of this race as it is right now? If Curlin Andrew hits pit lane, no, he does not. Kyle Young's next up. You should be coming around in a few corners here, and we will see if he will hit pit lane this time. And coming through the last couple sections of this course. And looks like he will not pit in this time, and Pat McCorder is next up coming through the track here. See if he will take a pit. Again, he has not pitted yet, but Michael Blake is the car you can see just behind him, and he has pitted as well as Michael Simpson, 2 cars behind him. And will Pat McCorder box this time? Let's see. And yes, McCorder will take the pit lane access road and get some fuel here. Let's ride along with him as he takes his pit stop. Currently in 6th overall and 6th in class. Also, other news, looks like Jason Brassfield and John Kelly have both retired from the race. So we have lost our GT3s, and now we are down to Daytona prototypes only. As McCorder comes in the pit lane here. It's the brakes and no tires. Looks like he will get some damage fixed on that left front. But I don't know if he's... No tires, looks like. Not seeing the car jack. He is back out on the racing surface, so good stop by him. 13.3 seconds. That is the fastest pit stop we have seen all night by 3 seconds. Pat McCorder making a gamble, not taking tires. But let's see what our leaders are up to now, as looks like the 32. Ooh, we'll loop it around pit lane. This will change it for the entire race. And he will get in. Curlin Andrew right behind him. This is going to be an interesting race off pit road here. Let's keep our eyes on this battle between these two, as Stefan the 32, he just had a massive mistake. And we will see a big battle for the lead shaping up in just a few moments here once these guys get off pit lane. It's going to be a race off pit road. Both cars are into their box at a... Oh, looks like... Let's see who will get out first. This is going to be an interesting exit of pit road. This is going to be a race off pit road. Whoever can get off there the quickest. And looks like Curlin Andrew getting off first. Looks like 32 has taken tires. I don't know if that will be a successful gamble, but Curlin Andrew will looks like he'll take over the lead once Kyle Young, who's currently in the 93, he is leading at the moment, and he should be boxing in the next few laps or so, but really fast pit stop by Curlin Andrew with 12.8 seconds, fastest win we've seen to even top McCorder's time of 13.3. But the 32 car of Stefan Schaschler, 24.7 seconds, a very slow pit stop for him. He is back out on the circuit though. Looks like he got his damage repaired, and he is setting his eyes on Curlin Andrew in the 3 for the last 22 minutes of tonight's race. But Kyle Young gonna get out here and lead some laps. Will he stay out and lead one lap, get one lead lap in the books? I do not know. And coming down the back stretch here, left end, you can see the 3-car Curlin Andrew, who will be the leader once pit stops cycle through here. But what a race off pit road. Curlin Andrew taking that gas and go approach here. But the 32 car will have a 12-second gap to make up on 20 minutes here as this race is coming to a close. Will Kyle Young box this time, coming to the last few turns here? Looks like he is going to box this time. He is taking a pit stop right now, and this will transfer the lead over to Curlin Andrew, and everyone except for Tim Phillips has pitted so far. So Tim Phillips being cycled really far back and hasn't even pitted yet. Also, another news, Philip Bro, he has retired from tonight's race, but Tim Phillips has not pitted, and he is currently last running. But Kyle Young is getting ready to box here, and will give the opportunity to Curlin Andrew for him to lead a few laps, his first laps of the night. Stefan has led 18 laps, 18 out of the 19 laps, so every single one except for one of them, and this lap belongs to Curlin Andrew as he is leading the field down with 20 minutes to go. You know, just about, we're going to be seeing about 10 or so more laps, 10 or 9 or 10 more laps remaining in tonight's race, and we will determine a winner here. but looks like Stefan has narrowed this lead down to just 6 seconds, so he somehow managed to shave off 4 seconds, and he is pushing hard for this lead here. He wants the win, but Curlin Andrew is just going to ride here for the last 19 minutes. Looking at the lap time, Stefan was 2 seconds faster than him last lap. Definitely gained a lot, but Curlin Andrew does have the fastest lap here so far in tonight's race. This battle is heating up for sure, though. Just 18 minutes remaining, and this lead is going to get close very soon. The 32 car has shrunk this lead down again, about another second this lap. It is crazy the speed he is carrying. He really wants this win, but I don't know if Curlin Andrew will be able to defend him or not with just 17 minutes remaining in tonight's race. The 32 car has shrinking his lead down to 5.2 seconds. That's 4/10 since about half a lap here. He is definitely reeling him in, running in about a second faster. So it is definitely ticking down very quickly. And I don't know who will be able to take this win. I am very optimistic that Stefan will definitely try to make a move, and he is definitely going to catch him. But the real question is, how defensive can Curlin Andrew drive, and can he potentially ward him off and keep this win? But it looks like Curlin has a little bit of damage on the left side of his number 3 machine here. So I don't know how much that's impacting him or whatnot. Definitely a little bit of a crinkle. And we are just going to keep our eyes on this battle for the lead unless something else like it shapes up. But this is the closest battle on the track at the moment here, and this is getting really down to the wire. Let's ride a lap with Curlin Andrew around Circuit of the Americas. You can see this very, very sweep section right here. A lot of skill here to drive through here. Good. And the 32 car has shrunk that gap down to 3.6 seconds, so it is definitely getting close here. And that's a lap around Circuit of the Americas. But Stefan in the 32 car, he has brought down that lead big time. Peek at this battle here for sixth. We got Michael Foley and Pat McWhorter about 4 seconds apart here. And up top here, battle for the podium. Michael Blake and Michael Simpson battling it out with just a 2.3 second gap. But other than that, besides those three very small battles, we're going to try to keep our eyes on this battle for the lead and who will take home the trophy at the end, as this race is really starting to heat up here, as Stefan Schaeffler is within 3 seconds of striking distance of Curlin Andrew. Take a look at this battle for third, as Michael Blake defends off Michael Simpson 2.8 seconds back. But this lead, our battle for the lead here, is starting to shrink down. It looks like John Kelly is back on the track as well. This could potentially slow down the 32 car if they get up to each other in a bad turn, as he's just going to let him by and let this battle continue. 2.4 seconds we are seeing our timing here between these two guys, and it is getting very close to the end here. And I am confused. I don't really know who can take it, because again, Stefan really shows he has the pace, but I know the defensive line and doing anything to win is definitely going to play a key role in Curlin Andrews' mentality here. I think he's just going to try and drive the most defensive line he possibly can with these last 9 minutes. And looks like Stefan's pace has fallen off a little bit as he is not reeling in Curlin at the same rate he was. But again, the gap is still being very narrowed, and if Curlin makes any slip up, he is definitely in trouble here for the win. But falling a little bit back here, this battle between Michael Blake and Michael Simpson is heating up with just 2 seconds between these two guys. That's currently the closest battle on the circuit at the moment here. Michael Blake currently sitting in 3rd place, looking he might get a podium unless Michael Simpson has something to say about it. But getting back up front here, Curlin Andrew has he has a fire behind him for sure. Definitely going to be a very, very close finish here. As we come down with 5 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in tonight's event. And looks like the gap between the two leaders is 1.5 seconds here. Now this is going to get a little bit interesting because now I'm not sure how much draft plays a role in the DP, but it could potentially play a little bit of a role, and it could, affect it a little bit. Again, you got those massive diffusers, you got those massive wings, are going to kick up a lot of air, slow the car down big time, but we could potentially see some draft playing into effect here as this gap between the two leaders is starting to narrow. Four minutes remaining in tonight's race, folks, and this lead is now within a second, and we're going to see a very, very big battle starting in just a few moments here as these two guys are going to start going at it. Now, I'm keeping my eye on this pretty much for the rest of the race here because this is the biggest battle, where probably most of the action is going to be taking place for the big trophy at the end here. Now, will Curlin Andrew take home round 8 of the ASRC American Sports Car Series? We will see in about 3 minutes here. I believe this will be his first win of the entire season. Not 100% sure, but again, very, very big finish about to happen here, as now the gap between the leaders is now 0.7 seconds, and we'll be seeing some moves being played. I believe they will be getting the white flag next time by, so we are at 2 to go this time here, and the winding down of this race tonight here, and this battle for the lead. Andrew definitely feeling the pressure of the 32 car. 32 is a new face, Stefan Schaschler. Again, I'm butchering the last name, I apologize for that, but again, a new face here, and he is definitely showing that he has the pace to run with the top guys here, as he will either finish pretty much first or second in tonight's race. So we'll be seeing a very, very big battle heating up in just a few moments here. Schaschler, he is went a little bit wide in the last turn here, and we'll see if the draft plays effect. Curlin Andrew can definitely feel the pressure that they're coming down the back straightaway. Lots of speed and a little bit of lock up of the brakes here. Will we see a move being made? No, not quite yet, but looks like the 32 car is going to look on the inside. Will it make it stick? Yes, maybe. We have a new leader. Excellent move by him, and Curlin Andrew is not going to be playing the game of chase here, and will he be able to make a move? Drive a little bit aggressive here, as we're coming down to the white flag this time by. But big mistake by Andrew not taking the defensive line through there, and looks like the 32 car will pick up the victory if Curlin Andrew can't do anything about it. Now we'll see the draft play coming in a roll. Ooh, a little bit of contact maybe. Oh, Curlin Andrew getting a little bit of a wiggle here, collects the car back up, and I believe we do have the white flag This time, as Curlin Andrews going to try to give it one last hurrah here and going to try to make something work out. But I don't think he can. I think there is too big of a gap to be made up. And it looks like Curlin is keeping that gap of 0.9 seconds. He's going to try to go a little bit wide. Looks like 32 doesn't get the best run out of that last corner. Curlin Andrew bringing the gap down to 0.7 tenths here, as the clock is going to run out this lap. We'll be on the white flag. It is confirmed. And we should be seeing him move the next few laps here. Will Curlin try to make the same move? The Fame looks like he's going to go a little bit. No, shuts the door. Can he make it stick? Oh, Curlin Andrew getting a little bit of brake lock up here. Coming in the last few turns here, brings the gap down up 0.6 of a second here. We should be seeing a move very soon. Locks up the brakes again, hitting the power hard as we are on the last lap. White flag is out. It is confirmed. And this will be the last lap. Just a few more corners separate the 32 car from victory here at Circuit of the Americas. The 32 and the 3 battling hard as we come in to the last turn here. No chance, and looks like Stefan Schaschler will come home with the victory in Daytona Prototype. What a finish. Very, very heating, but let's fall back. Still got a lot of racing left. Michael Blake looks like he will come home third with a 3.8 second gap. Here, but this is pretty much the closest battle we're seeing, 3.3 seconds. So Michael Simpson has fallen off just a little bit, and Michael Blake will come home and take it third. Michael Simpson gonna round off at fourth. Kyle Young will take fifth. Michael Foley sixth. Tim Phillips in seventh. Pat McCorder is no longer in the race. He'll finish eighth. John Kelly looks like he will cross the line here. Will finish ninth. 10th is Philip Rowe again, no longer in the race here. But we'll be running through the results here as soon as everyone crosses the line. And we are finishing here. Looks like Tim Phillips, maybe the Tim Phillips is the last one to come across the line here. As Tim Phillips will bring the 21 car down to a 7th place finish here. And looks like that wraps it up for tonight's race at Circuit of the Americas. We had some issues in the beginning of the broadcast, but looks like we ironed it out and had a great race. So congratulations to Stefan Schaschler as he gets the big win in this series. And congratulations to him. Great work by him. Let's take a look at our running order as our results here. Stefan Schaschler coming home first in the DP. Curlin Andrews second. Third, Michael Blake. Fourth, Michael Simpson. Fifth, Kyle Young. Sixth, Michael Foley. Seventh, Tim Phillips. Eighth, Pat McCorder. Ninth, John Kelly. And 10th is Philip Rowe. John Kelly finishing first in the GT3 category. Jason Braswell is being read as 14th or 11th overall and first. Again, he was in the McLaren, so he'll finish second in GT3, and Jordan Vlansky in the Audi, finishing 12th overall and third in GT3. And last but not least here, Andrew Strokes in the Daytona Prototype, rounding off 13th overall and 10th in class. And that is tonight's race here at Circuit of the Americas. Congratulations to Stefan Schaschler as he gets his first victory in ASRC and one of his first starts, I believe. Thank you everyone for tuning in tonight, and we will see you at Mid-Ohio May 8th live on Sim Racing Streams at 7:45. Thank you everybody, and have a wonderful night.